Hello, beautiful Virgo. It is time for your reading for August 2021 for the month. I hope it will be a great one. I'm feeling really optimistic. I love summer. It's nice and warm out. The only downside of that is I do have my window open, so we are at the mercy of whatever noise comes our way. So far today it's been motorcycles and cars and trucks and trains clanking together and every bird in the universe tweeting all at once. So we'll see how it goes. And me coughing because, as always, I have allergies. I don't know if you know me, but if you don't know me, you will have me cough always at the end of a video. It could never be at the very beginning, so I could just start it over. No. So it's always at the end, and then it's like, oh, I don't know if you can hear the trains, but they're clanking again. Anyway, by the time I get to the end of the video, I'm not going to redo the video because once the cards are laid, I don't want to alter them in any way. I want it to be the truest reading possible, so that is why I don't redo it, even though it would be better. So anyway, these cards are very well shuffled. I shuffle a long time off camera, so I'm going to do a quick little 12 card reading out of my double deck, and we'll see what we get. Oh, I haven't seen the Hermit today at all. My King of Pentacles. I'm fond of that card. Ooh, I haven't seen the Empress today either. Wow, this is some nice stuff that you've got going here, my darlings. Wow, not a bad card in the reading. This is changing. I have had some decent readings today. This one might be the best of the batch because there's nothing sad going on here at all. For months and months and months, to be quite honest with you, all the readings were horrendous. There was always something very wrong. Everybody was getting the Tower, which isn't that surprising considering the world is in a turmoil mess at the moment. But I'm really glad to see a gigantic upswing in the readings as of today, being the first day of that I'm really seeing it. So let's see if I should arrange anything in some kind of a way that we can sort of unpack this a little bit better and more interestingly. I'm gonna do this. No, I'm gonna do this. And we'll put our people together so we can figure this out. And let's do this. Okay, so let's just go like that. Okay. This is going to make a little bit of sense here, the way it all works together. So, there's nothing bad here. I usually start with the bad stuff, but I'm just going to start out with the stuff that isn't the very peak of ultimate fantasticness, because basically that's what this reading is. This card can mean a little bit of dissatisfaction with work or whatever you're doing on a day-to-day basis, whatever thing you're trying to bring to fruition or harvest or something like that. It's not always going as fast as you want, or maybe you're not, getting the reward you want or something of that nature. It's not a bad card. You're still continuing on. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're making things happen. That's fantastic. But sometimes you have a little dissatisfaction. I mean, we all do. That's perfectly okay. Sometimes that dissatisfaction drives us on to bigger and better things, or to find a different way to do the job, or to find a way to be more cheerful while doing the job, or to move on from that job, whatever it may be. Sometimes our discomfort is what shoves us out of that little comfort zone. So it's all fine. This is you reflecting on what to do next. You are looking at your past. You're looking at your future. It's important to reflect always, to figure out what to do next. There's a lot of stuff to do in life and we don't have enough time to cram it all in. So reflection is very, very good. You also have the Hermit, which also is about reflection and going within and following your intuition and finding inner wisdom is basically what it's about. So this reflection, this reevaluation of life is very, very important. Then you've got the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is typically a male. It doesn't have to be, but typically a male, kind of at the peak of his game, kind of, maybe I'm going to say over 40, maybe 45-ish to whatever. He is very good with investing in things, particularly money, but it can also be health and longevity. He is quite caring of others. He is very good to go to for advice. He is quite methodical. He will take his sweet time in doing all of the steps that are required to get a task done. He won't skip over the steps. He typically will work diligently on a task until the job is done. These people, Capricorns, Virgos, and Tauruses, excuse me, of which you are one, so perhaps this card represents you, tend to seriously adhere to a certain mode of accomplishing tasks. They like a particular order of operations. They don't like to skip steps. They don't like to take shortcuts, typically. They like the job to be done a certain way. They're very focused and very strong on their work ethic, whether it be for business or for other things. You guys are earth signs. That means you like earthy things, tangible things that you can hold in your hand. Now, not all investments are something you can hold in your hand, but they do represent money. They represent something tangible. So that is something that you guys tend to like. You guys are also very much into the body. So taking care of your health and longevity may be important to you. So I'm going to say that chances are very, very good that this is you. It doesn't have to be. It could be somebody you know who's also an earth sign, but I'm going to make the assumption that it is you. The Knight of Swords. I love this card. I love, love, love it. Sometimes there's an element of this fellow here being impulsive, because if you can see how he's rushing into battle, the look on the horse's face is rather terrifying. Now, this is an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. I have come to see this knight as the truth knight. He's seeking the truth. He's trying to cut through to the truth. He's, nothing is going to stop him. But the main thing I see this knight as is the most determined character in the world ever. So if this is not a person in your life, it may be somebody rushing in, or it may be popping up to show you that you, with this level of determination, you can accomplish absolutely anything you want without question. I believe that, and I'm going to say I'm right in this case. Now, this is a great card, the Four Cups. Almost anybody tends to get this card at some time or another, but it's a card that, it's not a really strong card in that it has a crazy message or anything, but it is definitely a card to consider and to really think about, because here you are and you've got things you're passionate about and you're doing things with them. These could represent people, hobbies, things that you're doing at work that you love to do, anything you're passionate about. But here's another cup appearing out of thin air, and it's also something you could be passionate about. So don't ignore it. Don't overlook it. You don't want missed opportunities in life. This could be anything. It could be an offer of a job that at first glance might not be your thing, but there might be something to check into there. It might be a person. It might be a person that you're ready to kind of discount, but it might be somebody who might be the love of your life, or it might be your new business partner, or it might be your best friend. Just be wary of not sort of focusing on certain things so much that you don't see anything else, or just being too busy, too distracted to everything, like we all are. Just pay attention so you don't miss anything good, because you don't want to miss any of those great little things that can sometimes come your way. Now, before we get into this fabulousness, I love this card. I've been getting this card ever since I was a child. It's one of my two favorite cards, the Six of Cups is my favorite card. This card is definitely a card I love, and it's probably the second most common card that I get. And I love the card because it represents choice, and you've got all these crazy choices. Sometimes it's hard to make the choice because you've got these decisions. You've got horrible looking things in some of these urns, like snakes and iguanas, and you know, I don't even know what the heck that thing is. Um, I'm not sure if it's a sea creature or a two-headed turtle or uh, a spaceship. I'm not really sure, but whatever's going on there, I'm not even sure if it's a positive or a negative. Just like in our choices sometimes. But then there are all kinds of great things, sandcastles and laurel wreaths and jewels and everything else. So um, it represents a lot of choice, but sometimes the choice can be confusing. Now, somehow I'm getting the sense that these two cards might be related. So don't overlook that cup that could mean something. See, here's kind of the same idea. You've got these choices, and it's not always absolutely clear what's what. So give it some time and attention and a little bit of patience in trying to figure it out, because this could be significant for you. So the rest of this, as we talked about, the Hermit's great. It's a great card. You go into yourself. You're going to look at your intuition. You are, bestowed with all kinds of beautiful wisdom of the earth, the planet, the universe. The universe has your back, and it's giving you power, and to tap into that power and grasp onto that wisdom is very important. So I want you to be able to do that. But then we've got all of this, and this is about as great as it gets, okay? We've got the Empress. The Empress is a female power card. The Empress is all about being one with the earth, being connected to the universe. It's being content in your own skin. It's just a happy card. She's happy. She's fertile. It's a card of fertility. It can be, if you want to have a baby, this is a good card to get because it means you're fertile and you can have a baby. I mean, there's a way that this is going to work out for you. But it can also mean that you have fertility of ideas, fertility of inner wisdom, fertility of all sorts of things that can be birthed upon the earth to make the world a better place and your place in it better. And it's just a wonderful card. It's a wonderful, wonderful, happy card. Then you have this beautiful pairing here. The Lovers. The Lovers is exactly what it says. You are going to have a love relationship that is strong and powerful and kissed by the angels, let's say. It's a beautiful card. It will be passionate. It will be exciting. It will be connected. You'll have all of those feelings, all of that magic of love. And I mean, it's just such a powerful card. Just such a powerful card. Very, very exciting card. Maybe if this isn't you, maybe this is your guy. Or maybe if it is you and you're a female, maybe this is your guy. Or maybe this is you and you're the guy, and for some reason this is represented, this female in your life is represented by this brave and strong Knight of Swords. Maybe it's a female Knight of Swords. And when I say this about switching gender back and forth, this is not like some modern concept, because I'm not going to do that. I don't do like political correctness for, making you more into the tarot cards. That would be total nonsense. This is just how it's always been. I mean, we only have one card to represent this person. And so typically this card is a male. Typically this card is a male. But, it's not 100% that way. There are other times. And when I say that, it doesn't have to be some masculine chick to be the Knight of Swords. It could be somebody who's very feminine looking who can be the Knight of Swords, but she's probably very brave. She's probably very determined. She probably has these very, very strong qualities depicted in the Knight of Swords. So that's all it's about. This card is probably one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. This card, the Two of Cups, is about a connected relationship. It can be a soulmate or a twin flame, your dream person, your love of your life, if it's a love relationship. And I'm suggesting it might well be, because you also got the Lovers in the same spread. So this could be about your lover, which is very wonderful, because this is probably a serious friendship in addition to being lovers. But if it is not the same person, this could be a wonderful friend. It could be somebody, a business partner, somebody who you will have this connected, perfect unity with, who just doesn't happen to be your lover. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. So let me know, please. I'm very, very interested. And then this card is the victory card, the Six of Wands. This is you are going to be renowned or acknowledged for something you've done that's very, very positive. You've gotten some kind of a victory. It could be a promotion. It could be anything that you've accomplished that people will recognize and admire. And it's a wonderful card. It's celebration, it's excitement over this victory that you've achieved. It's good for you because you're achieving things in life. It's just so positive. And then, like as if all this other is not enough, as the final cherry on top, you get probably the best card in the deck, the World. The world is everything. The world is your oyster. You can accomplish everything you want. You can have achievements. You can have love. You can have possessions. You can have the right people in your life. You can have wisdom. You can complete all of the things that you want to in your life and find true happiness. And I hope that is all coming to you. I hope it is rushing to you and embedding itself in you, not just on you, but becoming a part of the person you are, and that you are going to have a beautiful rest of August and make amazing things happen. I think the major takeaway from this is that you can have anything you want, and don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything stop you, because you're going to have it all. I mean, you absolutely have the possibility to have whatever you want. So be happy. Go into the rest of summer, and I hope to talk to you soon.